Katherine Jackson, the mother of the late pop icon Michael Jackson, is currently embroiled in a protracted legal dispute concerning her son's estate. This conflict persists despite years of involvement in disputes related to decisions made by the estate's co-executors. Her latest effort to contest a significant financial decision regarding the estate has met a serious obstacle. Earlier this year, Katherine Jackson challenged the estate's decision to sell half of Michael Jackson's extensive music catalog to Sony Music Group for an eye-popping $600 million. This transaction, which was finalized in February, was conducted without Katherine's prior knowledge or consultation, prompting her to seek legal intervention to halt the sale. However, by early summer, the probate court issued a tentative ruling that delivered a major setback to her challenge. The court rejected her appeal, stating that it lacked merit and thus permitted the estate to proceed with the sale. This ruling marked a pivotal moment in the legal battle, making it highly unlikely that Katherine could prevent or reverse the transaction. Katherine's objections are rooted in her concerns about the transparency of the estate's management and the decisions being made concerning her late son's assets. Since Michael's death in 2009, the estate has been co-managed by John Branca and John McClain, who have overseen a series of financial decisions, some of which have been notably profitable. Despite this, Katherine has remained vigilant, striving to ensure that the estate's decisions reflect what she believes Michael would have wanted. The sale of half of Michael's music catalog, which includes some of his most iconic and valuable works, has been a particularly contentious issue. Many view this catalog as an integral part of Michael Jackson's enduring legacy, and selling a significant portion of it raises concerns about the long-term stewardship of his artistic contributions. The court's recent decision underscores the challenges Katherine has faced in contesting the estate's management decisions, despite her role as the matriarch of the Jackson family. The ruling highlights the legal protections and autonomy afforded to the estate's executors, who are granted broad authority under Michael Jackson's will to make decisions in the estate's best interest. Katherine's legal challenge, therefore, faced substantial hurdles, including the procedural issue of her failure to raise certain arguments in lower courts. Specifically, her claim that the sale violated Michael's will was dismissed because it was not presented during the initial probate hearings. Katherine had long argued that the sale of such a substantial portion of Michael's catalog was contrary to his wishes, as Michael had expressed a desire to retain ownership of his valuable works. Despite this, the court found that Katherine had ultimately acknowledged the broad powers granted to the estate's executors under the will, which allow them to sell or manage assets as they see fit, provided it benefits the estate. Moreover, Katherine was the only beneficiary of the estate to formally object to the sale. This fact, emphasized in the court's ruling, illustrated a lack of broader family resistance to the transaction. Michael's three children, Prince, Paris, and Biggie, who are also beneficiaries of the trust, did not object to the deal, lending further support to the estate's position that the sale was in the best interest of all involved parties. The court's decision closes a significant chapter in the ongoing legal disputes surrounding Michael Jackson's estate. Since his death, the estate has generated substantial revenue through high-profile deals, including music rights sales and merchandising. The recent sale to Sony Music Group is one of the largest transactions in recent years, and while it represents a major financial gain, it has also sparked ongoing debates about the control and management of Michael's legacy. Despite her best efforts, Katherine Jackson's legal challenge has been unsuccessful in halting the sale. The ruling reinforces the estate's autonomy and the executor's authority to make critical decisions about Michael Jackson's assets. This resolution provides clarity for the estate's future financial and management decisions, although it remains a sensitive subject for the Jackson family and Michael's fans. Katherine's attempts to protect her son's artistic and financial legacy reflect her enduring commitment, even though her efforts to influence the estate's decisions have faced significant legal challenges. As of now, the sale to Sony Music Group is set to proceed, marking a substantial financial move for the estate. This development ensures that the proceeds from the sale will benefit Katherine Jackson, Michael's three children, and ultimately contribute to their financial security. The ongoing management of Michael Jackson's legacy continues to be a complex issue, but this ruling provides a clear path forward for the estate and its executors, even as it highlights the emotional and legal intricacies involved in managing the King of Pop's remarkable and valuable legacy. Tito Jackson's three sons are reflecting on their father's legacy following his recent death at the age of 70. In an emotional tribute, Taj, TJ, and Terrell Jackson, Tito's sons, have expressed their profound grief and sadness over the loss of their father. Tito, a notable member of the iconic Jackson 5 and the brother of Michael Jackson and Janet Jackson, passed away on Sunday, September 15th, after suffering an apparent heart attack. The news was initially confirmed by Tito's nephew, Siggy Jackson, and reported by Entertainment Tonight. In a heartfelt joint post shared on their Band 3T's Instagram account, Taj, TJ, and Terrell wrote, "It is with heavy hearts that we announce the passing of our beloved father, Rock and Roll Hall of Famer, Tito Jackson. We are shocked, saddened, and heartbroken by his loss. Our father was an incredible man who cared deeply about everyone and their well-being." They further described Tito's various roles, acknowledging him as Tito Jackson from the legendary Jackson 5, as well as Coach Tito and Papa T. They emphasized that he would be missed tremendously and urged people to remember his teachings about loving one another. The tribute concluded with, "We love you, Pops," and was signed "Your Boys," accompanied by hashtags like #TitoJackson, #TitoTime, and #LoveOneAnother. Tito Jackson played a significant role in managing his son's band, 3T, which, along with the Jackson 5's legacy, was featured in the 2015 reality series, The Jacksons' Next Generation. The show followed the Jackson brothers as they balanced their music careers with the demands of family life and the pressures of being part of the Jackson family. The Instagram post included a carousel of images showcasing Tito with Taj, TJ, and Terrell during their childhood, as well as early moments of 3T and Tito's involvement with the Jackson 5. The carousel also featured Tito's signature bowler hat and shades, capturing his distinctive style. In recent months, Tito had been actively performing with his brothers Jackie and Marlon as part of the Jacksons. The group had performed as recently as September 8th at the Boogie Town Festival in Surrey, England. They were scheduled to continue their performances, with upcoming shows planned for October 25th in Atlantic City, New Jersey, and November 1st in Cincinnati, Ohio. Throughout his career, Tito contributed to the band's iconic hits, including I Want You Back and Michael Jackson's solo tracks like Rock With You. Born on October 15th, 1953 in Gary, Indiana, Tito was the third of 10 children born to Joseph and Katherine Jackson. Growing up in a modest household, Tito developed a passion for music early on. His father, recognizing Tito's interest in guitar, encouraged him to pursue music. This early support led to the formation of one of the most influential families in music history. In the early 1960s, Tito and his brothers, Jackie, Jermaine, Marlon, and Michael, formed a musical group originally known as the Jackson Brothers, which later evolved into the Jackson 5 with the inclusion of their youngest brother, Michael. Tito served as the band's guitarist, providing the rhythmic foundation for their soulful sound. The group's dynamic performances and harmonious vocals quickly garnered attention, and they began performing in talent shows and local venues. The Jackson 5's breakthrough came in 1968 when they signed with Motown Records. Their debut single, I Want You Back, released in 1969, became a #1 hit on the Billboard Hot 100 chart. This success was followed by a series of chart-topping hits, including ABC, The Love You Save, and I'll Be There. the Jackson Five became international stars, achieving the remarkable feat of having their first four singles reach #1 in the United States. In 1975, the group left Motown due to creative differences and signed with Epic Records, resulting in a name change to the Jacksons for legal reasons. During this period, Tito continued to showcase his talents as a guitarist and vocalist, with the group gaining more creative control over their music, including writing and producing many of their songs. Taj, TJ, and Terrell Jackson, the sons of the late Tito Jackson and members of the musical group 3T, have shared a heartfelt statement on Instagram in response to the devastating news of their father's passing. The emotional tribute was posted on the official Instagram account for 3T and expressed the profound grief and sense of loss the brothers are experiencing following the death of their beloved father. Tito Jackson, a key figure in their lives and a legendary member of the Jackson Five, passed away recently, leaving behind a deep void. The tribute began with a heavy heart as the brothers announced the loss of their father, describing him as a rock and roll Hall of Famer whose influence extended beyond his musical career. The statement reflected the shock and sadness felt by Taj, TJ, and Terrell as they grapple with the sudden loss of a man who was cherished not only for his contributions to music, but also for his role as a loving family member. In their moving message, the Jackson brothers conveyed the immense impact their father had on them and the countless lives he touched throughout his life. They expressed their deep sorrow, stating, "We are shocked, saddened, and heartbroken. Our father was an incredible man who cared about everyone and their well-being." This sentiment underscored Tito's unwavering dedication to his family and his fans. Tito Jackson, known to many as a member of the Jackson Five, was a significant figure in the music world, with hits like ABC and I Want You Back becoming timeless classics. However, for his sons, he was much more than just a music icon. The brothers highlighted different aspects of Tito's life, noting that while some may know him as a member of the Jackson Five or as Coach Tito, others may have known him affectionately as Papa T. The tribute provided a glimpse into Tito's personal side, emphasizing his kindness, wisdom, and genuine concern for others. His role in the Jackson Five helped shape a generation of music fans, and his legacy as an entertainer is firmly entrenched in music history. Yet, it was Tito's personal qualities, his warmth, compassion, and love, that made him a cornerstone in his family's lives. The Jackson family's bond, often tested by the pressures of fame and personal tragedy, has remained strong over the years. With Tito's passing, his sons are now tasked with carrying on his legacy both personally and through their music. The tribute poignantly concluded with the words, "He will be missed tremendously. It will forever be Tito time for us," capturing the deep impact of their father's absence. The post also included photos that traced Tito's life, from his early days as a child star with the Jackson Five to candid family moments with his sons Taj, 51, TJ, 46, and Terrell, 49. These images added a personal touch to the tribute, highlighting Tito's close bond with his children despite the pressures of fame and personal loss. Tito Jackson's death came unexpectedly. He was reported to be driving from New Mexico to Oklahoma when he suffered an apparent heart attack, as confirmed by former Jackson family manager Steve Manning to Entertainment Tonight. The exact cause of death is still to be officially determined, but the suddenness of his passing has left family, friends, and fans in shock. Tito's death adds to the list of tragic losses for the Jackson family, which previously included the deaths of Michael Jackson in 2009 and their patriarch, Joe Jackson, in 2018. Despite these hardships, the Jackson family has demonstrated remarkable resilience, bound by their shared legacy and deep familial love. As the world mourns Tito Jackson's passing, the impact he had on music and his family continues to be felt. His message of love and unity, which he championed throughout his life, lives on through his children and their continued efforts to honor his memory. Tito Jackson, born on October 15, 1953, was the third of 10 children born to Katherine and Joe Jackson. His life was intricately tied to music and family, beginning with his role in the Jackson Five, one of the most influential music groups in history. The Jackson Five, originally formed in 1964 with Tito, Jermaine, and Jackie, evolved into a groundbreaking Motown act with the addition of Tito's younger brothers, Michael and Marlon. Their success in the late 1960s and 1970s, with hits like I Want You Back and ABC, changed the landscape of pop and R&B music. Though Tito's role as a guitarist and backing vocalist may not have garnered the same spotlight as Michael's, his contributions were integral to the group's sound and success. Later in life, Tito pursued a solo career, releasing his debut album, Tito Time, in 2016 and following up with Under Your Spell in 2021. These albums showcased his versatility as an artist and his love for blues music.